Hello, my name is Maggie Smith, and we are HoneyCrisp Technologies. I'm going to introduce our executive team, outline our executive summary, and give an overview of our financial and marketing performance. Our executive team consists of myself, Maggie Smith, VP of Accounting and Finance, Jaylee Mays, VP of Manufacturing, Hannah Evans, VP of Human Resources, Victoria Adams, VP of Marketing, and Victoria Milton, VP of Sales Management. Although we have our primary and secondary responsibilities, thus far we have been collectively making business and operating decisions together. During this presentation, we're going to touch on financial and marketing performance, a SWOT analysis, next year's strategy, and financial requests. Overall, our financial performance has room for improvement, while our marketing performance is the industry average, but also has room for improvement. Our SWOT analysis shows that although there are currently more threats than opportunities in the market, we remain optimistic. Our strategy for the next several quarters includes introducing new products, diversifying and broadening our research and development ventures, as well as potentially expanding sales offices and web offices. We have also computed best case and worst case scenario financial request figures. Despite our relatively small market share of 15% for the traveler market, 1% for the workforce market, and 10% of the overall market, we foresee our focus on these niche segments to be profitable in the long run. Although our financial performance relative to the market is significantly below average, we are confident in the improvements we have made in quarter 4 will increase our overall performance. We did have to take out an emergency loan in quarter 2, but we were able to pay it off immediately in the following quarter with money we had set aside. Our gross profit margin has room for growth as well, but is very near to the industry average and miles above the industry low. Our recent investment in market research will provide some insight to behavioral demands and trends of consumers, detailed customer profiles, and elements of activity in the marketplace. Jaylee is now going to take us through our SWOT analysis.
Hello, I'm Jaylee, and I will be talking about the strengths, the weaknesses, our competition results, and customer appeal. One of our major strengths is that we have the only sales office in Sao Paulo, with a web sales office in Chicago. We are also expanding into Paris in quarter 4. Another strength is our manufacturing productivity is 0.69, and a very good score is 0.8. We experienced no stockouts during quarter 2 and quarter 3. We currently have 4 employees in our sales office and 4 employees in our web sales office. To maintain employee satisfaction and productivity, we will increase compensation packages. Our financial risk is 1, which is the perfect score. Another strength we have is our investment in the future. Our R&D consists of slim case and 32-inch for our desktop. One of our major weaknesses is financial performance. We haven't been able to turn a profit. There is room for improvement, but we are optimistic that we will start making a profit soon. Our marketing performance is really low right now. We did not buy marketing research in quarter 3 because we tried to save money, yet this put us behind everyone else. In quarter 4, we were not able to compare our products with other competitors' products. Another weakness is marketing effectiveness. To cut costs in the previous quarters, our ad placement is in leading trade journals and Capital Venture magazine. We foresee our ad placement to expand, which could improve our marketing performance. Our last weakness is that we have a low asset management ratio. This ratio is calculated by asset turnover multiplied by penalty of excess turnover. This yielded us 0.42. Once our net revenues are greater than our total assets, this ratio will dramatically increase. A good score is 3. Our competition results. At the end of quarter 3, we are the only ones in Sao Paulo, which gives us an edge on everyone else that is trying to sell in Sao Paulo. Really our only competition is over the web. There is 5 other competitors in the web sales. We are currently setting 4th place with web sales. Our pricing is very competitive. We have a second lowest average price. We are constantly updating our products. We can also produce up to 50 units per day. We are sitting with 2 other competitors that are able to produce 50 units per day, while one competitor is sitting at 25 units per day and the other one is at 75 units per day. Our customer appeal has mixed signals. One recommendation we have gotten was to have differentiated products. We are currently working on creating more products to sell. We grew as of the end of quarter 3 296%. We have the second highest growth rate in quarter 3. HoneyCrisp has been rated acceptable for workhorse customers by the customer union. Honey 2 is acceptable for traveler customers by the customer union as well. Now I am going to turn it over to Victoria Adams.
Customer demand. As you can see, we had a steady increase from quarter 2 to quarter 3, and our projected increase for quarter 4 is quite a bit also, as well as the projected demand going into Q5 and Q6. However, these are just projections, and we are really optimistic that they will be even greater. Next are some of our problems. So during Q3, we did not purchase any marketing research because we were trying to cut our expenditures, which ultimately ended up backfiring on us. Also, our Sao Paulo location, we were thinking would be a very beneficial market to be in. Having a smaller market, we would have a very dominant position. Yet our sales revenue for Q2 was subpar, sitting at $299,800. A problem we would like to avoid is getting sued by another company. We don't necessarily foresee this happening because of the niche market we are currently in. However, with our expansion into Paris, we may be exposing ourselves to this risk. Additionally, we were contacted about a licensing agreement, which was not beneficial to us in the least. The conditions of this agreement were so that we wouldn't be able to sell their technology to another third party. We would also be paying a fee to this other company, which is less than the actual cost of the R&D. Because we were already at a net loss, we decided that this would only create another problem for us. We will not be accepting this proposal. Opportunities to our brand. We created a new brand in Q4 with a basic laptop called Fuji, which was designed specifically for traveler, along with a basic desktop. We also decided to invest quite a bit in R&D for Q5 and Q6. These include a slim case for our laptop, a larger 32-inch screen for our desktop, and a fail-proof ultra cap which will update our hard drive. Our financial strategy for next year. The goal is to be able to maintain a positive cash balance with increased sales revenue relative to our expenditures. Cutting costs may not be ideal while we are growing our business, so we will need to make sure we are increasing revenues and expenditures proportionately. With the improvements to our products, we will be creating more shareholder value. Ideally, we will be able to start sustaining ourselves and will not need to take out any kind of loan. Even for worst case scenario, taking out a small loan that can be easily repaid within a quarter, or asking for venture capitalist investments to help out if need be. Human resource strategy. Currently, we are 0.72, where a really good score is right at 0.8. We like to keep our workers happy as we think that this greatly affects their productivity. Our salary and healthcare coverage are both above average for our sales force. Depending on how our new Fuji product does in the forthcoming quarters and our overall profit, we want to increase the employee benefits. This is dependent on our overall performance and if we'll be able to afford these upgrades. As of Q3, for factory workers, their annual salary, weeks of vacation, and pension pay is all above average. So if possible, we would also bump up their salary a bit and update their healthcare coverage. But the same as with our sales force, this is also dependent on our company's overall performance. Next up will be Victoria Milton.
I'm Victoria Milton, and I will be talking about the marketing strategy for next year. For the marketing strategy, we wanted to first focus on purchasing market research. By not having market research, we weren't able to compare our performance with our competitors therefore limiting the adjustments of our company's tactics. Another part of our marketing strategy is implementing more ad design updates. Our plan is to increase ad placement in the sports magazine. Currently, we have ads in the leading trade journals and the new venture magazines. The sports magazine is ranked third in media preference for both the Workhorse and the Traveler. So we were able to kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. Adding this media placement would only cost us $24,500 per ad. As far as our web channel, we are looking at updating some things to appeal to our customers, one of which includes better shipment tracking. Better tracking eliminates customer worries about delivery time and placement. The other change we are implementing is an increase in website security to ensure customers' privacy. Moving on to the manufacturing strategy, we first decided it would be good to come up with a new product, the Fuji laptop. This is a simple alternative to many attributes of the iHoney 2. We will also update our iHoney 2 laptop to the Royal Gala in Q5, which includes a slimmer case. Our HoneyCrisp desktop will be updated to a 32-inch screen in Q6. With our new sales office in Paris, we will have a larger sales workforce, which will potentially increase our number of units sold. The only downfall of doing this would, of course, be an increase in expenses. According to our tactical plan, our ending cash balance would be $1 in Q5. This is a risk at this point, so our worst case scenario would be to pull out a loan of $2.5 million. On the other hand, if we play it safe, we would request a loan of $600,000 from our venture capitalists. Anna Evans will now take over covering the pro forma cash flow, income statement, and balance sheet.
My name is Hannah, and I will be going over our pro forma financial statements. This is our pro forma cash flow Q1 through Q6, which shows that we have had a negative net operating cash flow. Our cash balance at the end of each period has been positive. This is our pro forma income statement from Q1 through Q6. And this is our balance sheet pro forma for Q1 through Q6. Our tactical plan to implement our strategies will be opening new sales offices, continue with R&D and upgrading our products, improve employee benefit packages, continual marketing and advertisement, and increase production to meet customer demand. While these pro forma financial statement projections are projections in that, we remain optimistic that our sales will increase due to our new sales office and product upgrades. Thank you for your time.